We are at a critical point in history. As the world gets connected, demand for consumer products continues growing. The maritime industry in particular is looking to create substantial change, meet the challenges ahead, and become more sustainable. As global ocean carriers and ports look for fleet and technology solutions that will make them more efficient, one port in California is charting a new course and becoming an acclaimed leader for its ability to deliver on sustainability, equity, and innovation. Achieving success in the face of this challenge will require substantial investment to build out new infrastructure, develop new technologies, and create alternative energy sources, all while delivering on greater social inclusion and a clear path toward zero emissions in operations, and a concrete timeline focused entirely on achieving these goals. Ocean Titans is a World Ocean Council-led series that selects organizations for their efforts towards ocean sustainability. The Port of Hueneme's inclusion in the Ocean Titans is an acknowledgement of their continued commitment to the global sustainability goals.
There is a history of the port, and it's a great history, and it goes back to the founders, which were Thomas and Richard Bard. The interesting thing about that family was it wanted to use its philanthropy to better its surroundings and to provide opportunity and prosperity for decades to come. And that's been our values, which the values includes a clean environment. And that's why we have sustained that effort to become the cleanest port in the United States. I've been president 8 terms for this district. I've been here 32 years, and I was a longshoreman for 52 years. And certainly I've seen a lot of change come about, and I've participated in a lot of change. But it's had to be one step at a time. I represent 200,000 people in this area. The board does too, every board member. And their fate is important to us. The port is committed to our community. I mean, that's something that you hear a lot of times, but it really is committed, and our values are to help our community.
So since 2017, the port has been reliant upon an international program called Green Marine, which is an external third-party verification agency that comes to a facility like the port and looks at a whole slew of different environmental activities of ours, and they apply those against a scoring system. How are we changing and improving on those programs year after year to adapt and to also improve the reduction and burden on the community? Our community air quality system, through which we are monitoring air quality in the community. We're building a website that'll provide that data to the community. We're actively meeting with community members and helping them understand the science behind those numbers. But critically, we're also tracking all of the pollution generated by port activities. That is referred to as an emissions inventory, and that enables us to go and look the year prior and say how much pollution from every single thing that happened here was generated. We work very hard to ensure that we are looking comprehensively at all of the activities happening on port, all of the impacts from those activities, being those on the community, on local air quality, on the ocean itself, and trying to understand and plan for how we can change and adapt those situations for the future.
Hi, my name is Carolina Gallardo Magaña, and I am a resident of South Oxnard since 1989. So back in 2017, there was a need for air quality monitor to be installed. For us, the community in South Oxnard thought this would be more beneficial if it was installed in our neighborhood, which is closer to the field, closer to the toxic plants that we have, and this was granted. Now the air quality monitor is installed in an elementary school in our neighborhood. We do see a big collaboration from the port, where they have come to us and wanted to help this community. I established a food program from my garage. And so during pandemic, the port came on board and decided to work in collaboration with us. And they provided food for the residents, and they provided shopping carts for people to transport their food. Some of these people don't have the financial assistance to buy their meals. So by the port providing with food or any other necessary items, it's very, very meaningful to their families. The port has always complied with their promises, and I have no doubt this will keep happening, seeing the involvement that the port has. Now, even the residents, they know where the port is, they know who to approach at the port, and they know they will get the support the residents need.
The future of this community comes through the port. My name is Miguel Rodriguez. I'm the Community Outreach Manager for the Port of Hueneme. We are a social enterprise that we leverage our port resources in order to impact both the local micro community, which is street vendors, small businesses, all the way to the macro economy, which is vehicle importers and fruit importers and exporters as well. I had a community conversation with our environmental manager, and I told them, like, hey, the community's got concerns about air quality. And I said, if you really want to address it and show that the port cares, then why don't you have some air quality monitoring program? Approximately a month later, I got a call from the environmental manager, and he said, hey, we just got approved for $150,000 for air quality monitoring. Would you like to participate? And for me, that was kind of an eye-opener. Our Clean Air Plan is literally one of the first in the country. When we talk about revolutionizing the industry, is these types of initiatives. We've recognized that we have to be a community steward as well as an environmental steward, that we've created throughout the decades really great jobs for people with very limited access to just great employment. And also, for example, the port is one of the last places where anybody with a limited education can make over $200,000 a year. We've been not only able to conceptualize atmospheric science terms right into local everyday language, right, but we've also used this to educate children about this at the local school to inspire them to become scientists. So
we're very proud to get the recognition of an Ocean Titan, because being an environmental steward and a community steward is in our DNA. It's the very heart of what we do. One way to look at this is to not be afraid of trying something new, trying new technology, making a shift to a decarbonized world. Many are intimidated by that path. We are here, we embrace it. And I think that's what sets us apart and makes us a leader as a Titan, that we're embracing these new technologies.
The port needs to have a clean environment. Our community needs to have a clean environment. Same needs, okay? We need to meet those needs, and I would tell them, my successor is do that. And always do what's best for the community.
The Port of Hueneme's commitment to zero-emission operations and dedication to the surrounding community make it a standout in the Ocean Titan series, forging on towards a more sustainable maritime industry.